Weather forecast.
Well, it certainly has turned out to be a much nicer afternoon after a gray start to the day. We had quite a bit of fog being reported in the area, impacting visibility in some cases, and also a lot of low-level clouds all developing overnight. That temperature and dew point coming together, lots of low-level moisture, especially after the recent rainfall. And with light winds, well, that's the perfect combination to get some of that fog and those clouds to develop. Very common here in the early part of fall, parts of September and even into, well, at least the first half of October. Now that we're into the sunshine, temperatures have had an opportunity to warm nicely, and we're already up now to 73 degrees, probably getting pretty much at our peak for the afternoon. Northwest wind at about 8, our dew point still hanging at 60 degrees. Here's our view from the WEAU tower cam, and again, you can see how nice it's turned out here for the second half of the day. Across the entire state, well, you could see the low-level clouds and that fog right there and kind of just shrinking as we've been going into the afternoon. Parts of Buffalo and looks like Pepin counties, unfortunately, still under some of that cloud cover, so locally probably cooler there. Otherwise, just some scattered cumulus clouds developing with the afternoon heating. Another area of clouds, low-level clouds down in southeastern Wisconsin. Bottom line is, though, it is a dry day throughout the state. Temperatures range mostly from the low to mid 70s in our northern areas, a few 60s there in parts of Price and Taylor counties. Chetek, you're at 75, also in Wheeler. Looking over towards Neillsville, 73. Ellsworth currently at 70 degrees, perhaps being impacted by some of those low-level clouds. Otherwise, down in the south, where it has been sunnier for longer time today, look at that in Monroe County, almost near 80 degrees right now in both Tomah and Sparta. Elsewhere across the upper Midwest, and not looking very fall-like, it's still looking and feeling a lot like the later part of summer. So we're back into a pattern that is going to continue to support near and even above average temperatures, and largely locally dependent on, again, cloud cover in the morning and the fog. So tomorrow morning we start off in the 50s again, like we did today. Likely to see some low clouds and fog, and depending on how quick that takes to get to some sunshine, we should end up back in the low 70s tomorrow afternoon. Where there is an absence of the low clouds and fog, look what happens. We rise well into the 70s, and I think we're going to get there as well as we head towards the end of the work week. Dew points still mostly hanging out near 60. They have dried out some to the north and west, but they're going to likely stay between 55 and 60 right into this weekend. Speaking of, big Oktoberfest down in La Crosse starting on Thursday, and what a beautiful forecast for that event down there. If you're heading to the Coulee region, well, dress for summer. It's going to be a warm one this year. Looking at our weather locally, things are quiet. The front is down towards the south, and our forecast model shows, again, the same scenario, low clouds and fog tomorrow morning. That starts to move on out, and we're left with some sunshine. And Thursday, likely seeing a similar scenario, less clouds, some fog for a while, and then we see the sun, and then we get into that mostly sunny pattern Friday and into the weekend. Cranberry Festival in Warren's also taking place this weekend, and I'm sure many things that I'm not mentioning at the moment, but all in all, fantastic for outdoor events for this time of year.
Yeah, Walk to End Alzheimer's is Saturday morning. And
there you go.
at UW Eau Claire, so there we go. Got a lot of them. Thanks, Darren.